Pixies, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would make a Sim Me, which actually turned into my boyfriend joining me on the process and wanting me to make him into a Sim, and then I decided to just go ahead and make our cats and make our little family. I hope you enjoy it. So I thought that I would also make this like a get to know me a little bit instead of it just being a create a sim video with music in the background. Tell me if this is something that you guys like, me chatting away, or if you'd prefer just to watch Sims be made and then have a bit of music in the background. But to tell you a bit about myself, if you haven't seen, my name is Courtney. I'm from Australia, which from my statistics, everyone who's watched my videos are from the UK, US, or Germany, which is pretty cool to know that my videos are being watched internationally. So thank you all so much for watching my videos from wherever you are. It's really cool. I'm working full-time in retail, which isn't too bad because I do love customer service. I love making connections with people, even if it's just for a few minutes, making their days. It's a really important thing to just for me to be able to make someone's day a bit better, because you never know what people are going through in life. Even if it's, they're obviously having a tough day and they're trying to take it out on someone, I always try to do my best to try and help that a little bit, if you get what I mean. Even though sometimes I do get super awkward and suddenly someone's talking to me and I've got no idea what to say next, so I kind of just awkwardly laugh, which is just my whole life, to be honest. I forget what's happening or I don't know what to say next and my brain starts running and I'm like, just laugh, it's okay, you'll be okay, laughing will get you out of it. With my work schedule, that is why a lot of my videos, I only have 3 videos now, but that's why the uploading is a bit inconsistent. But I do want to work on that because I'm super excited to be recording and uploading. I do also edit my own videos, if you can't tell. I'm using CapCut. I've also used Canva to make my intro video, which honestly I think is one of the most creative things I've ever done, so very happy about that. But I've definitely got a long way to go with my skill level. Get it, the Sims skill level. I think I'm like a level 3 right now in editing and creating content. So I've got a long way to go to level 10. For the games that I play, I have 1,316 hours in The Sims 4 and have brought almost everything to do with the game. And that's not because it's my most favorite game ever. I've got a million games and I tend to lose interest a lot. Interest or attention. Like, my attention span is not that great, to be honest. We'll be having a conversation and I will see a bird and go, ooh, a bird. What kind of bird is that? But it is because I have adult money and I can't be trusted with my own adult money. I will buy anything that makes me go, ooh, I want that. That's so cool. It's a really bad habit. I do not recommend getting that kind of habit. I also love playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, Minecraft, Planet Zoo, which, did everyone actually see that Planet Zoo 2 comes out in October? I am so freaking excited to play that. I have about 81 games in my Steam library, but only 16 of them are my favorites. Because like I said, I've got the worst attention span ever. Also really bad hearing. I am that person that will make you give up on repeating yourself because all you'll get in response is, huh? What? Huh? What'd you say? I didn't hear that. Can you say that again? Which everyone in my life really loves. I also have 1 or 2 main outfits, so all these outfits that my Sims actually wearing, except for maybe everyday sleep and hot weather, are outfits I wish I could wear. Most of the time I'm just wearing full black, which is my work uniform, And especially with Australia's weather right now, it is so freaking cold. It's raining eight times out of 10. So most of the time I'm wearing PJs or trackies at the moment. So I cannot wait for summer to be able to wear more things. Because yeah, I've got no time to wear anything nice, and there's no point of it because it's gonna get wet. Like, there's just no point. But I do love gold jewelry, as you can see. I've got a double chain necklace, like a little dainty. One I got from my auntie, the other I got from my partner. And then I've also got gold jewelry in my ears and my nose. I've got a septum piercing and then a nostril piercing as well, which is a ring. My septum is the horseshoe, and you would have seen me try to figure out how to put the nose rings on my sim, because the one that EA has where it's like the triple nose piercing, I can't. Like, I do not think that looks good on any sim. It's too big. So I had to just use the singular like nose septum ring, which is fine. You get the idea. I've got septum piercing. I did also have a double piercing in my ear. I had my seconds and my first done in my earlobe, but one day while I was sleeping, I woke up to one of my earrings having fallen out of one of my ears in my seconds, so I just took them both out and now it's healed. So I have to go get that redone, frustratingly enough. But that's okay. I want to get all my ears done, so maybe I'll just do it like a few at a time. See how we go. I always find that making female sims takes the absolute longest time. Like, you'll see this video is probably a majority of making sim me, and it's not because I care more about making myself, putting more detail into myself. I just think male sims, they're very straightforward, very easy to make, no matter like if you're making someone from real life or just making your own like OC. But yeah, so like you'll see like my character making takes a lot more than making my partner or making my kiddies. But I'll let you just speed through this a little bit. I'll put a little bit of music on, come back to the end of making me in a little bit, where you'll see me and my partner take a few minutes to discuss my aspirations and let him choose my traits. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a second. And this is me explaining to my partner a bit more about aspirations, reading to him a bit about each one, and asking him which one he'd say is mine. Thankfully, he got it correct and chose Big Family, which is the one I usually choose for myself. But then he was just asking what other one I'd usually choose for myself, and the other one I'd usually choose is Soulmate. So that's just me explaining to him a little bit about each one. And then I asked him which traits he'd think I'd have. So we just kind of sitting there going through the traits, each category, him asking me to read him each one, which is so fine because I love to yap anyway. We decided on goofball, cat lover, and competitive, which I don't usually choose for myself, but I'm fine with. I don't know how I feel about being called competitive, but that is fine as well, I guess. You know, I can be competitive, but personally, I don't think I'm competitive. And then we just whizzed through likes and dislikes as well, which honestly, I love this feature in the game. It reminds me so much of The Sims 3. I just wish that they had the zodiac signs as well. I think you can tell a lot about a person when it comes to zodiac signs, and I don't believe that I don't believe your life revolves around them, but I definitely think it tells you a lot about a person, especially when, you know, those certain aspects actually show up in life with that person. And then I realized as well at the end that I forgot to add my tattoos. I have 10 tattoos, most of which revolve around anime, like AOT, JJK, MHA, and Tokyo Ghoul. And then I've got just a few random ones here and there as well. I do really wish that The Sims had more singular tattoo options that I could layer on top of. Like you'll see when I go into my partner's sim and remember to actually give him one of his tattoos, that I kind of scroll through all my custom CC and they're mostly like group tattoos, which I don't mind. I love the artwork done for those tattoos, but I never know where else to look for singular tattoos to layer on top of, especially with the new tattoo feature. And I could not draw a tattoo to save my life at all. So do not ever expect that, because I know there's that feature where you can draw tattoos when you're tattooing a sim, and then I think you can save it as your own tattoo. If that had to save my life, it just wouldn't. I wouldn't be here anymore. It just is what it is. Fortunately, my art skills are not the best, though I have been trying. I have an iPad and I have Procreate on there. I have been watching videos to drawing basics to help me learn how to draw a bit better digitally, because one day when I do start streaming, obviously I want to put money into doing this, but I also, like I said before, I have adult money, and adult money does not create good habits if you are a shopaholic. So I don't always have the money to spend on doing stuff like that. And I think it would just be efficient if I could learn myself how to draw, and I could draw my own emotes. So doing that, hopefully that works out well. Otherwise, I'll need suggestions on really good artists, please and thank you, down in the comments. But yeah, now we move into making my partner. I think it tells you this is my partner. I won't be saying his name. His name will be Courtney's boyfriend. But he is one of my favorite people, obviously, and I'm definitely a boyfriend girl. I could spend all day with him if I didn't have work, if he didn't have work. And it's not just being in the same room or doing the same thing, but to know that his presence is there. That's all that really makes me feel better, I think. He came in as I was making his sim, and he was like, "Oh, you're making me," and I think I did a pretty good job at making him. And then for his aspiration, we chose fabulously wealthy, because he wants to be triple certified in what he's currently studying, and eventually have his own business in a few years, which I am super excited for him. I also chose his traits, which are genius, goofball, and love bug, because he's a human calculator and the goofiest and sweetest man I've ever met. He also has a few tattoos, like I said, but I only remembered to add on. Plus, when I did look at the other tattoos for his other forearm. I just didn't like, they didn't suit, and I didn't like them for like what his other tattoo is. But one day, hopefully, I can find other tattoos that I can just add in as custom content, and or EA will just make more singular layered tattoos, because why don't we have more of them? Finally gave him his likes and dislikes as well, and sim partner is partner approved. Lastly, my kitties, which at first when I added a pet cat, the default was a hairless cat, and I said, oh, a skinless cat, and my partner was like, skinless? What? To which it clicked in my head and I was like, oh, hairless. But that was honestly probably one of the funniest things ever. We just had a good laugh. At first, I made Jinx, who is my oldest kitty. He's a short hair tuxedo, and this is my first time also using the paint tool, so do not judge me. I also forgot that Jinx is just a cat wearing a mask and a cape, so that's why it took me so long to like get rid of the rest of the black fur, because I was like, wait, there's something about it, but it just doesn't feel right. I thought I could do it off the top of my head, but I have the worst memory, so I had to pull up a photo and realized, yeah, he's just essentially Batman as a cat, which is pretty cool. I also halfway through accidentally undid everything that I had done, and I had a bit of a heart attack, but I fixed it, so it's all okay. It's all okay, it's all good, worked out. He is the most affectionate and loving kitty, but also incredibly dumb. Just to be so honest, he's just a little bit dumb, but that's okay, because we love him nonetheless. He also drools when he's super happy, which can be a little gross, but it is what it is. Then I made my second eldest Dorito, who is a mix of a ragdoll, tabby, and just complete chaos, but also super affectionate, and all he wants to do is lick you to bits. Also constantly coughs hairballs made of his own hair, which is just fabulous for me. Lastly, I have Tigger, who is Dorito's son actually, and his mother is my parents' cat. She's a full black cat. So Tigger is a very dark tabby. He has moods where he's either affectionate and you must pick him up and never put him down, or is super skittish and is always trying to eat plastic, which is like having to babysit a child who's just learned to walk and tries to put everything in their mouth. So that's fabulous for me as well. But this is my little family and a bit about me and my life, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you're a cat or a dog person. Bye guys!